So we already created one command line app for this. So now we are going to create one servlet app, web application, web platform using this symmetric key encryption and decryption. So considering I'm using encryption part and decryption part in same interface, for my purpose, for the project purpose to display, it's working. But what you can do, you can create two different programs for such things and you can display it like that only. So let me show you how we are going to perform. This is my NetBeans IDE, Apache NetBeans IDE. You can choose this or you can choose IntelliJ IDE for web development also. But preferably for web development, if you want to simplify this, you better go with NetBeans instead of using IntelliJ. So hit enter to new project, go to Java, web application. I'm giving name as encryption app, my name for this. Hit next, choose here server. I'm choosing Glassfish server, Java 8 EE web, context path view, and hit enter next. Don't specify anything. If you want to specify Maven application with Spring Web, go with this, otherwise never give anything there. So it will create project for us, default project for us. So wait for some time, it will work. So okay, so now we done with our encryption part. So this is index.html and this is my index.html, and you may found all these things here, source packages, these things, and all the things here manifest. So let me delete this, because also discard in the web pages we never required this thing. So delete index.html also, because I'm going with JSP pages, Java servlet pages. So now what I required, I'm going to create here one filter. So what is the filter? In the default package you can create new packages also, Java package. So let me mention one Java package as encryptor. Okay, encryptor. Okay, in this encryptor I'm going to create a new other thing. What is other thing I'm going to mention? I'm going to create filter here. Next, name it as encrypt filter. I'm going to mention as encrypt filter. uh, then hit enter next, add XML, and I need to give the enter at least one URL thing. So I need to enter this also, wrap request package put, everything is mentioned here. Filter mappings. Okay, I need to mention the filter mappings. Okay, so I need to mention this. Next, finish. So in the encryptor I created one filter. Filter is nothing but, you can say, all the things are already mentioned here. Okay, so this package and delete these 20 lines, because it always comes with some default things. So let me, also Java X servlets is showing me the error. Let me tell you why it's showing me the error. First let me add library jar, which is Java X, and if you haven't installed it, my suggestion is already download that Java X library. So I already added Java X in my part. So wait a minute, I added a wrong library. Add jar path file folder, Java X I need to add. I need to remove Java FX. FX is for Java FX UI thing. So it will take care of this part, Java X. And what I'm going to create here is I'm going to remove these parts. I need to remove some part, and let me tell you why I'm doing this later. So let it be here, but let me remove because this is not no longer required. The right code part and everything they mention is not always working. Then this poem remain as it is. This is the filter basically. So let me do one thing. There are lot of more things, so let me remove all the things here currently. And let me add my things here first. So I created different things, so let me implement my own things here. And with package name encrypt, and let me implement some methods also here. Then let me, I used here another thing, so let me mention these things also. So this is just filter thing here. Then log file, it needs to change, so change it accordingly. I will tell you what is this is doing and everything. So this is just a filter with filter info with all the message and everything. So now we are done with this filter thing, but we required one web page, or we can say JSP. Let me mention JSP as index. Click enter, finish, because index JSP is very important here. Check whether your file is added in web.xml. So there is no web.xml or created, so we need to create this web.xml also. In later part we will create our decryptor and everything. If you hit the properties, you got the idea about all the properties. So let me add index page also here. So this is servlet I am adding with my encryptor. encryptor app or encryption app. Okay, encryption. So we created this. Now let me tell you what we are missing. We created one filter thing, but if you haven't checked, let me check whether there is an option. Okay, so I made one mistake here. Basically it's very huge mistake actually. I haven't added in web.xml, so let me create one filter with encrypt filter. Next, add information, click next, okay, finish. So it now it will added that part in my thing. Let me copy my part again. The thing is, I need to refactor this file, also rename. What I haven't done, which is encrypt filter, and because I haven't added in the web.xml, and that's a very huge mistake I did there. Refactor. So why it's showing me the error? Okay, so it will take time to refactor this. It's not showing me here, but showing me here. So okay, in the web.xml you may check the filter is added. If you want to check our filter is working or not, press clean and build, go to Windows and output tools. You can check here, but let me tell you what is the encryption filter is working here. So it is just like a backend part with filtration part. Like I am adding, what I'm going to do, I'm uh, going to create one database in Java file only, creating log file in Java file only to store all these encryption keys. Okay, so as you can see, build is successful. If I enter new, okay, so Java DB is location not set. I don't want to specify in that location also. It's starting my Glassfish server, so it will take time for some time, but it will work. So in the next part, what I'm going to show you, I already created this. In the next part, what I'm going to create, I'm going to create one filter or front end part for this purpose, to create one response and everything. And I'm again going to use filter thing. And remember why I'm using filter instead of creating directly servlets. Servlets can easily, anyone can check that part, but the filter thing no one can change easily. So it's currently running and starting. Oh, let me go to the server. Okay, it's working. Loopback address only. So for the first time deployment it will take time. After that it will readily give you the starting server program. So let it be running, and while it's running, let me tell you what is this thing. So instead of using directly these things, servlet, what I can do, I can create one filter part, and filter is just like filter the information. So there is one mesh in filters, as you can say. There are different log methods also to store in one file with Java web.xml, as you can see. So that's mapping thing I created there, but that's simple thing I'm going to do. So currently different frameworks are deploying and it's doing their own work, and it's in place of deployment. So remember, you have to always add. I made a mistake, I haven't ticked that part in that web.xml. So what I performed is, as you can see, not very wrong, but you need to create another web.xml on your own. So that's very not good thing to perform again and again. So currently it's still working, build successful, and it's working. Now wait a minute, and I understood. Okay, now you can check our encryption as is working. Invoke into application. So we invoke this part. Now in the further part, what I'm going to create, I'm going to create one XML and everything, index and everything part in later. Hope you understand. Thank you.